Good evening and welcome everyone to this session with the very charming yoga teacher Kamlesh ji about WhatsApp, which is probably the most happening thing right now. It gives solid competition to Facebook, and we are on it so much. I was just wondering, is there a flip side to this?
Yes, because, you know, 2 years back or 3 years back, we were talking about people being addicted to social media. And it was primarily on the desktop. And we were talking about desktop yoga, people who are staring at their laptops all the time. But now the whole world of social media has moved into these smaller gadgets, which are smartphones. And now you are glued to even smaller gadgets. Your eyes are all the time staring at this small little thing in your hand. You have a bad posture, your neck is going bad, you're getting numb hands and fingers. Then, because this is a live chat and you're all the time involved, your mind is all the time involved, you're getting all your emails on your phone, so time to process information has also gone down. So there's a lot of pressure on the mind, there's so much more stress building up, and of course the body is getting really, really badly affected.
So, is there something you could do to help, especially for some people who become like a pain in the neck on WhatsApp? So, is there something
Yeah.
you could help with for the neck?
Yeah, just today somebody was saying that everything, almost everything seems to be happening on WhatsApp, and there's only one thing that's not happening on WhatsApp right now is yoga. So I thought this was a very apt thing to do. Um, yes, we can begin with the neck. If you are staring at a smartphone, what is getting affected most is your posture. You're always leaning forward, you're always looking down, and your neck is taking a big toll on it. So I can show you a couple of very simple yogic exercises and yoga asanas also that will help strengthen your neck muscles and help you keep up your head. Um, and because right now, if you look around, everybody is looking down. There's nobody in this planet looking up, actually. So this yoga asanas that we will do today will help you keep your head up. So if you're ready, should we start? Yeah. So what we do is we begin by sitting up straight. See, all the time we are bending forward. During the day, what we need to do is in between find time and just do a opposite posture. Your neck is all the time bending forward. What it needs most is couple of times a day you remind yourself to lean backwards. So if you are in your office chair or if you are sitting somewhere, what you can do is to just stretch your arms behind you and pull yourself up and just lean forward, keeping your head up. That's one thing you can do. What you can do is gentle neck rolls. We have all learned them. Our physiotherapists teach them. We go to a yoga class, that's the first thing that we are taught. Gentle neck rolls. You breathe out, bring your chin down, gently move your chin to your right shoulder. With your breath, keep moving back. And wherever you feel a little resistance, you hold there. See, whenever yoga is done, any asana practice is done, what is very important is to keep your mind and your breath coordinated with the movement of your body. That is what makes the yoga practice holistic. So when you're doing neck rolls, what you need to do is keep your mind with the movement and coordinate your breath. So, if you don't have one long breath that can take you all the way through your, back roll, you exhale, start again. Breathe in and breathe out. And wherever you feel that little discomfort, that is the point where you need to work on. So you stay there, deep breaths, and then move on gently. Move ahead, then again breathe in, breathe out, and do 3 circles on the right side, 3 circles on the left side. If you do it like 3-4 times a day when you know you've spent a lot of time looking down, it will help you. Other things what we can do is we can do some neck stretches like, just tilt your head and down on your shoulder, bring your ear down to your left shoulder with your left hand gently placed on your ear, keeping the shoulder steady, and without moving the shoulder, just as if you are stretching, you're pulling your neck long. So with your breath, keep breathing, count 10 mentally, pull the shoulder down, But this has to be very gentle. Keep breathing and then release. And do the same on the other side. These are a couple of things that you can do sometimes in the day. Then there are some postures which are very, very good for neck. There's a triangle that we do, Uthita Trikonasana, so where you bend on the side and just turn your head to look up towards the raised hand. That is very strengthening for the neck muscles. Cat stretch is strengthening for the neck muscles. So there are many such asanas that you can practice whenever you find time.
About half an hour or so on the phone on WhatsApp, and I already feel as if I'm carrying the whole burden of the planet on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Anything to relieve the shoulders?
Yes. See, this is the area in the body that gets affected by stress, this is where the stress hits most. So it is not just the physical thing that has happened. It's not just the physical discomfort that has happened around your shoulders. It's also the stress and mental discomfort. So whenever you are on these chats, you read some pleasant messages, some unpleasant messages, the first thing that you get, first place that you get hurt on is your shoulders. So that is why we all have this feeling that we are carrying the whole universe on our shoulders all the time. And even younger people now feel like that, hardly anybody is walking with their shoulders up. And so what we need to do is, we know we are using so much of our phone, we are so much into stressful conversations all the time. There is so much information that is coming to us, we did not even want it, but it is coming because WhatsApp is one place where all kind of information gets shared. So we need to let go of it, shed off that extra load first. So whenever in the day we find time, the first thing we need to do is just shrug your shoulders. You need to just pull your shoulders up and down with your breath. You can coordinate it with your breath. And smile at each other in the office. Inspire others to do that too. If you have noticed, when we were younger and there were things that we did not like, the first reaction we would have this, shrugging it off. Like, ye hamare matlab ka nahi hai, I don't like this. So much information we are getting on WhatsApp and most of it is not important for us. The first thing we need to do is this. Then what else we can do for shoulders is, Gaumukhasana. It is so nice, and we can practice it sitting on a chair, wherever we are. Even if you're traveling on a bus, this is the least we can do. What we need to do is take one hand up behind our shoulder, take the other hand from here, and see if you can join them together. If you can join them together, lock them together and pull against each other, that's good. If you can't do that, hold a rope or a dupatta or a shawl in between and just pull on it. Each day you pull slightly, little bit more, until you get your hands together. That is what you can do. You do it on one side, keep breathing with a smile, attention on all the stretch that is happening in the body, and then you do it on the other side. That is another thing that you can do. What we can do for shoulders is Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Can we have the slide? This is very, very good for tired shoulders, and also it will help open up our lungs. We can take more breath in. It relaxes us out. Also helps the circulation to go into the head. Eyesight improves, so you can spend more time looking at that phone of yours. So Adho Mukha Svanasana can be very helpful. Then, gently, if you're sitting in your office, in your school, college, what you can do is just put one hand behind your shoulder and with the other hand hold the elbow of this arm. And gently, with this hand, pull the elbow back. But make it very gentle. As you do that, make sure that you don't push your chin down. Keep looking up. And what you're doing is gently pushing and straightening the elbow up. Keep breathing. Just count in your mind like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. You can do the same on the other side. Another very good thing that you can do for your shoulder is you put your hands up, straight up, and pull your fingers back and down. So this part of your hand is actually pushing the ceiling up. That's the feeling you're getting. So you sit up straight, and as if you're pushing the ceiling up, you're pulling your fingers down, pushing the ceilings up. Keep breathing, count 10 mentally, up, and relax. This is what you could do. You can always do spinal twist, sitting on your chair, just twist around. This also helps loosen up and relax your neck muscles, also strengthen them. This is another thing you can do, just twist, look back, keep breathing, relaxes your spine, makes it supple, gives you more energy to continue on your WhatsApp. That's what you can do.
That's so cool. It's so
Isn't
simple.
it? It's so simple.
Yeah.
You just, the only thing we need to remember is that whenever we in the day, whenever we find time, we just break whatever we are doing from and just do some little asanas. So, earlier we would think yoga asana practice has to be done at the Brahma Muhurat, at the break of the dawn, and everyone has to do it that time. Of course, that's the best time to do it. But now I tell people to carry yoga asana with them all day long. So whenever you find time, wherever you find time, just two asanas, one asana, a little bit of loosening up, it will help you carry on.
The phone and WhatsApp specifically has literally brought the world to our fingertips.
Yeah.
We have access to every kind of information at lightning speed. But it is incidentally the fingers and the hands that have started aching and paining because of
Yeah.
the same tool. Relieve us of this pain. Can you help?
Yes, we are so much on the phones, and I have met so many young people who are having terrible pains. They have numb fingers, tennis elbows, thumbs are getting numb at a very young age. And if you don't do much about it, I tell you, you will not. After a couple of years, you will not be able to use your WhatsApp. So if you're totally in love with your WhatsApp, what you need to do is give some exercise to your fingers. There are many things that we can do to relieve our fingers and wrists and hands and elbows of this numbness, stiffness. To begin with, keep your phone down for some time in the day and just, this gentle, relaxing, flapping up and down, good old tricks we have seen, we have told others over a conversation. If somebody comes and tells us, I have numb fingers, we tell them what to do, right? Now I think we should start doing it ourselves sometimes. So this is very nice. Then you do it then inside, out, wrist rotations. And then just stretch your fingers wide, far. This is something we don't do at all. We all day we are doing this, counting 500 and 1,000 rupee notes, and I don't know what all. This all is happening, but we are hardly ever doing this. So this is something we really need to include in our daily routine. You stretch your arms out, pull your fingers out wide apart, and then just move the hands up and down. Keep breathing, don't stop breathing, because WhatsApp waits for you. With a smile, you do it. With a smile, it works better. Okay, and then like this. But make sure that your fingers are stretched out. You can also, you can put your hand on your table when you're working. If you'll put your hands, you'll see most of the time they are curled backwards. So what we need to do, we are working a lot many times on the wrist. When we are exercising, we work for the wrist. But we also need to just take care of this little, just the fingers part. So you put your hand out, stretch your thumb out. So there's a 90-degree angle between your thumb and your finger. And just stretch and pull back your fingers. Most of the time they're like this, so now what we are doing is we are pulling them back. You keep breathing, make it very meditative and gentle, it will be more effective. So you stretch your thumb out and pull the fingers down and back, and you will feel something going down here also, yeah? This is very good for us, which we don't do. And then hold your phones tight and very close to you. You love them, right? hold your fingers like this and make tight fist and say, I love my phone and I love WhatsApp and I want to do it for the rest of my life. So do this very many often and then loosen. Relax your hands. There are many asanas, like you can do Purvottanasana. You put your hands down and lift your body on it. You can do asanas like Bhujangasana, but Bhujanga is mostly for the spine, but spine is what gets affected most by just looking down all the time. You can practice Cobra. One very good asana that we must all practice is the bow pose. It will help relax the shoulders, open up and stretch our arms out. So bow pose, you put your hands behind, hold your ankles, and with your legs you're pulling yourself back and you're opening up your chest. That's very good. We can also do locust, Shalabhasana, with hands stretched behind. So all of this will help your arms and fingers, your elbows, shoulders.
That's so helpful. I think I'm
Yes.
going to do this.
And this is very simple. You can do anywhere, anytime. You do it at home, in your office, wherever. 2-3 times a day you can practice in between. You'll be able to work longer on whatever you are.
WhatsApp also has this way of throwing different points of view at us. We get to hear some good stuff, like you said, and
Yeah.
some bad stuff. But the eyes, whether it's good or bad, take most of the beating sometimes and feel so sore. Can
Yeah.
yoga help the eyes?
Yes, of course. The problem with smartphone is we get used to straining our eyes to that tiny font. There are very few people, only people who are a little older, like my age, they will sometimes zoom the text and want to read it in a bigger text. But most of the time, because even the websites, they are not all designed in a mobile friendly way. Now it is happening, but a year back that was not there. So if you would open a website on your phone, it wouldn't be in a very friendly format. So if you zoom it out, some things that you wanted to read will go away. So people are getting, trying harder, and they're getting used to reading very small font. Then people are reading in the night. WhatsApp is something that we do before going to sleep, and WhatsApp is something we do when we wake up. That's the first thing. So, isn't it? Before going to sleep, this is what we are doing. We are reading all the messages, and we go to sleep with all that garbage. And morning, first thing, after the alarm goes off, first thing we want to see is whoever has written a hello or good morning to us. And then there are hundreds of groups, and everybody is writing good morning, and we have to write good morning back. So, so we are all the time straining our eyes. There's so much strain on the eyes, and we are doing yoga for everything. We are worried about how our belly looks. We want to yoga for weight loss. We want to lose weight. We want to have a glowing skin and everything. But in this world of technology, in this world of WhatsApp, smartphone, and whatever, what is getting bashed most and getting affected most is our eyes. So we need to take care of our eyes. And it's again very easy, very simple. There are not many muscles in the eyes. There are just barely 6-7 muscles. I think 6 muscles, they say, that are holding the eye into the socket. And these muscles are strong enough. They don't really collapse that easily, but they do need exercise. Because if you keep looking at a certain distance for a long time, there is going to be some repercussion. Then everyone now, if people are facing eye conditions like dryness, itching in the eyes, at very young age, hypermetropia, myopia, all of that is so prevalent. And it is only because we are continuously staring at one set distance, and even without blinking our eyes. Our human eyes are supposed to blink at least, that is what they say, at least 25 to 26 times a minute. But sometimes when we are reading something that we think is important, we don't blink, and we're just staring at that phone for long. So all those things are affecting our eyesight. So what we need to do is, in between at least like 4-5 times a day, we need to give little relaxation, stretching and relaxing to the eyes. What we should do is first is blinking. And it's very easy. You put your phone down and just blink, 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 blink. Even just blink your eyes a couple of times, fast, slow, with awareness, and then just rest. Then blink again. Open them wide and then close and wide and shut. All these things you do. Then relax. This will relax our eye muscles, also help the dryness. The itching and dryness that happens for prolonged use of computers or phone will go away. Then little stretching you can do by just looking to your left and then to your right. Left and right. And then up and down, up and down at the tip of your nose. Then up and down. Then you can make circles. Other side. And then blink again. And then palming, we all know about it. Just rub your hands together and gently place your palms on your eyes. Keep your eyes gently closed. Long, deep breathing. Just feel some warmth. And then relax. Some poses like shoulder stand, Sarvangasana is very good for your eyes. Jal Neti practice is very good for your eyes. You just go learn how to do Jal Neti. It helps your eyesight. Then Brahmari pranayam, breathing Brahmari with just your palms on your eyes, and you just make humming sound as you exhale. So you breathe in. Like that. Do it couple of times, 3, 4, 5 times. It will help. More than that, what we need to include in our daily routine is a few minutes of meditation. So when we are on WhatsApp, as I said, there's so much information which we want and which we don't want is coming to us. What is getting affected most is our mind. This stress is getting accumulated on our spine, on our shoulder. All this you can take care by doing these yoga asanas, postures. But what we need most is to relax our mind, calm ourselves down for some time. So include that like 10 minutes of meditation in the morning, 10 minutes of meditation in the evening. Just close your eyes, be with yourself, knowing that everything in the world is okay. You shut down for a while and rest. I will see you next week for another Facebook Live. Thank you.